Hello everyone, and I'm glad to welcome you in a new video on the channel. Many of you are well known about the most expensive, stable and strong world currencies: the British pound, Swiss franc, American dollar, European euro and others. But if you don't know, you can find out about it in the previous video. These currencies are the leading ones, or rather, the country that issue them. But what if the conditionality turned the rating? And look at the list of the cheapest currencies. Who knows their names and which countries are they in circulation? The list of the cheapest currencies changes every day. It is quite difficult to determine who is currently the leader among the cheapest world currencies, since the economic situation in countries and throughout the world is changing dramatically. However, a certain sequence and a list of devalued national currencies can be distinguished. Therefore, we'll consider the 10 cheapest currencies in the world to the dollar. The Cambodian rial closest to the top 10 smallest currencies in the world. This is the currency of the monarchical state of Cambodia in Southeast Asia. The monetary unit was introduced in 1955 to replace the Indo-Chinese piastre. Rial was originally a low-value currency and not was popular even with the residents who decided to prefer foreign currencies. Most Cambodians they prefer to use the US dollar as a settlement currency, which further worsened the national currency position. Paraguay, the second poorest South American country, is in a disastrous economic situation. Inflation, corruption, low education, a huge number of people living below the poverty line, lacks of job, and so on. Cotton and soybeans are exported from Paraguay, but this is hardly enough to provide for the country. Laos kip is the only currency from this list that did not devalue, but was originally issued with a significantly low value. Since its 1952 release, the currency has even strengthened against the dollar and continues to improve to this day. Sierra Leone is an impoverished country in Africa, which had many serious trials which affected to the value of the local currency. Recently, there was a military conflict in the state, and the Ebola fever also dominated the country. Due to high inflation, progressive poverty and banditry prosperity, the currency of the African country Guinea has a shallow exchange rate. Given the rich natural gifts, gold, diamonds and the aluminum, the currency of the given country should have a much higher value. By the decree of the President of the Republic of Uzbekistan from July 1, 1994, a modern Uzbek sum was put into circulation with a ratio of 1 sum to 1000 sum coupons. As a result of the liberalization of monetary policy from September 5, 2017, the sum's exchange rate against the US dollar was set at 1 US dollar equals 1100 sums. Indonesia is an economically stable and developed country in the Southeast Asia. However, the country currency has a meager cost. Regulatory authorities of the country are taking all measures to strengthen the national currency, but at the moment, these attempts lead only minor changes. Therefore, the Indonesian rupee is in the top 5 of the lowest currencies in the world. The third weakest currency in the world is the Vietnamese dong. Vietnam is going through a difficult stage of restructuring from a centralized economy to a market one, so at the moment the country currency is practically devalued. Experts say the Vietnamese government is on the right track and could soon catch up with its closest Asian neighbors. The second cheapest currency globally is the Iranian rial. After the Islamic Revolution, its devaluation began in 1971, when many enterprises left the country due to an uncertain situation. Then the Iranian-Iraqi conflict and economic sanctions over the country's nuclear program began. The Iranian government has also restricted citizens' access to foreign exchange, which has led to significant increase in the black market. All this damaged the economy and devalued the currency by almost 400%. In 2015, the Iranian government agreed to sign a nuclear deal with the United States, France, Britain, China, Russia and Germany to ease the sanctions. This improved the situation slightly and stabilized the local currency. In 2018, the US announced that Iran was continuing its nuclear program. The sanctions have been tightened, restricting the country's access to world commodity markets. Iran could no longer export its oil, which generated about 69% of its revenue annually. This is a significant deficit in the country budget. By May 2020, Iran was facing rising inflation and the rial had depreciated 600%. Therefore, the government decided to replace the rial with a toman, which will remove 4 digits from the banknotes. That is, 10,000 all rials will be equal to 1 toman. The cheapest currency in the world is the Venezuelan bolivar. It has suffered significantly from inflation due to COVID-19, and its cost has become an all-time low. Also, the Venezuelan bolivar is the currency with the highest inflation rate and it's the most volatile. The domination of the bolivar was held on 20 August 2018. The main reason was the hyperinflation, about 830,000%. Before the nomination, $1 was worth 248,000, which was the most depreciated currency. All banknotes were replaced with the new ones with a 1 ratio to 100,000 all. The government created the petro cryptocurrency to fight against the US dollar, but this only accelerated the level of hyperinflation because the government itself determined the dollar rate at its whim. This is how our top turned out. Write in the comments what you think about it. Do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'll wish you all the best and I'll see you in a new video.